Alright, today we got ourselves a 2014 Can-Am XMR 650. Just going over a couple little maintenance things. We do a lot of water riding, do a lot of nasty dirt trail riding in some areas that I'm sure some of you folks have probably seen where the black shit gets in your nose for a couple days. The bike's running fine. It's got about 18 hours on it. We've never pulled the belt cover. Started getting a little bit of squealing out of the primary clutches. Most likely just a one-way bearing. So we're just going to do a light cleaning today. Basically what it consists of is pretty simple within itself. You got 13 8mm bolts. You can use shallow or deep. This is a T30 Torx bit right here that you can use. For some instances it's really easy to get into on some of them, but other ones are harder. If you own an XMR, hate to tell you, you're gonna have a lot of pain. You're always gonna have to put your plastics off, pretty much do everything but put an air freshener on. So what we did is we went ahead, just to make the film a little bit quicker, we went ahead and took all 13 bolts out. Basically what you got right here is your clutch cover. You'll notice that if you do a lot of water riding crap like we do, you're going to want to take this off every so often and just, blow the clutches out, make sure there's no dust in there. Helps the belt grab a little bit better. You see inside here, you start getting a lot of dirt, and really, if you see that, it's not a whole crap load of concern. These gaskets are reusable. They're 100% rubber. What I recommend is just go ahead and pull them all out. And then what you want to do is you want to get in here and you want to blow any dirt that might have got past the gasket or it's right at the edge, and just blow all this back out with the air hose. If you care to clean with some kind of mild soap, go right ahead, but do not, and I repeat, do not put any sealer on here, for the simple fact that if you've ever done anything in automotive, when you have a gasket that protrudes into a case, you start putting gasket sealer in there thinking you're going to be some kind of RVT hero. What's going to happen is 3/4, maybe even 7/8 of the whole gasket will sit, but you'll have that one little part where it's actually the sealant has pushed the gasket up and you got a ripple, and you're going to have a leak, and you're going to be pissed off every time you go out to the trails to go do some water riding, and all your Polaris buddies are sitting there having a good time, and you're on the side draining your box. You don't want that shit. Right here, you got your primary clutch, you got your secondary. I know some people seem to be a little bit confused as to how to change a belt on here. If you've already gone to the extent of removing the cover off here, if you look, there are 3 bolt holes right here on the secondary clutch. Only one of them is threaded. It may not be this location every time, so please don't think that. It just happens this is where this is stopped. It takes an 8 by 1.25mm bolt, approximately 4 to 6 inches deep. If you look at this, the primary clutch, it's got a lot of room in the front of it, and the secondary does not. What it does when you run that bolt in, it opens up the secondary and allows this belt to physically drop. Once you drop, you got plenty enough space. You can work it on around, put it back on, pretty much however you want to do it. Once you're done, get the belt back in place, slowly start taking the bolt out. It'll start letting the secondary clamp back down. Belt will come back up. Once you got that off, you can just go ahead and fire the bike up and make sure that it positions itself correctly. Now that we've gone over that, this light cleaning, the only thing we're going to basically do is get in here and clean this primary. This bike only has 18 hours. There's really no reason to pull this off and check anything. You can see that there's no play. If you got in here and got this and this was clinking back and forth, I would say, yeah, pull it apart. If you got a warranty on it, I know these XMRs only come with 6 months. Some areas won't even sell you the extended warranty on because of what they are. But if you got in here and you were clicking this around, be like, yeah, take it back, get a warranty, claim going on it. If not, go with it from there as it is. But basically what we're just going to do right now is just a simple air chuck. Nothing fancy. You're just going to get in there and you're going to blow this crap around. You might be able to see it on the video. When I get up around here, you might see a light dust flying out. That's just going to happen. It's better for the clutches to get all this crap out. Now my compressor does have a water separator on it. No big deals if you don't. Just if you start shooting some water out of it, don't plan on. It's just my opinion. Don't ride it until it dries up. Okay, you can see I really didn't go into too much depth with that. It's really not that hard. You want to spend a few more minutes, be a little more anal than myself, go right ahead, and I'm just not going to show it all in this video. I want to go ahead and show you this here real quick. The rubber gasket. See how we got all the crap in here? And if it's really, really bad, please just wash it. You can get in here and this belt cover has a lot of extra undue stuck mud to it, so we're going to go ahead and probably wash it. We're just not going to do it in the video just so we can keep the time down. Basically, once you do all that, get it nice and clean. If while you're blowing air, if you rub it with your thumb or finger, something like that, it loosens up that dirt and the air just blows it away and you'll be great. Something else we want to go ahead and talk about. I personally, this is my brother's bike. Mine is the 2013 Can-Am Renegade 1000. We did a snorkel kit. It came with a CVT pre-charger filter on it that you can move up to your snorkels. His did not come with that. It came with something a little bit different. You just can't modify to put on the bike. What we've done with his just recently, take a pair of pantyhose, whatever shaded color you desire. If you have a burglar toolkit and that's just what you have laying around, go ahead and use it. Go ahead and stretch it over. What he's done here is he's put a rubber band around it. Basically what it does is it's not a catch-all, it's not a filter. Just look at it as a pre-filter to keeping the big crap out of your bike. It's not going to stop water. If you look at mine, we can walk over to my bike, you can see this is what my bike looks like after washing it. We do a lot of clay riding in mud holes with nasty clay, but you can see it's caught the big stuff. And yeah, I can go right now and dust mine out, and it's going to dust out about like his, but I don't have anything nasty in my case. So something you might want to consider, they do sell it on eBay, the CVT pre-filter, or you can get it in some cases from Amazon, or you can even buy it from Can-Am. It's about $6 to $10. It's really not a bad deal, you know, for a little bit of added protection. So basically that's about it in a nutshell. If there's any kind of other questions you have, if you see anything that's on the bike that you're like, whoa, what the hell is that? We don't have that on my bike, or I want that for my XMR. Like he's went in and put the step rails. They do not make it for the XMR, but he has found a website, I'm not sure of it offhand without asking him, that has it. It fits really nice. He rides his wife around on it, makes it a really good stable platform for her. The pedals are adjustable. You can set it on there, got mama's feet on there, she's happy as hell. Unless you don't like her, leave the foot pegs up, let her fall off. Next thing he's done is he's got a Two Brothers exhaust. I'm sure you might be able to find one for this model bike. I know we did not locate the correct one, but he ordered one from another year. It fits the bike. It sounds freaking awesome. The only difference is we just had to make a bracket. I had some leftover steel here at the shop. Went ahead and modified it. Yeah, we didn't paint it. We were in a rush to go hit up a Mudtoberfest, but we'll pull it back off, send it back down, and re-clean it. But it fits tight. The bike sounds like a 1000. It's only a 650. So please like and subscribe. If there's any questions you have, post them up. We'll get to them as soon as possible. We're gonna have some more videos in the future of us going down some mud holes. We got a better camera now. Got the old GoPro 3 versus them other crappy videos we had. But we're just average guys out here doing this. We're not no high-paid Can-Am mechanics, and that's pretty much about it. Enjoy.